Hello, everybody. What's going on, guys? Hello. Hello. I hope everybody's doing good, doing well. I know I am. Thank you all for coming out and joining us. It's been a while. We're a little bit late on the podcast this month. Not my fault. I was totally ready, but Ryan canceled and so did Corey. It's all their fault. Damn.
No, I got canceled. There's a difference.
No, it's
It's gonna happen one of these days.
Actually, what happened was I walked into work and they happened to choose that day to do inventory, so I couldn't do the podcast. But we're here now, so it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's all right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. How are you today? I hope have you guys had a good day? What sort of excitement things have been happening for you guys on your streams? Corey.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hello. I've been good.
You're glowing.
I've been going. Yeah, I've been playing some games. I've been playing, doing some Elden Ring, on some streams. I've been doing some Monster Hunter Rise.
It's been so much fun.
Yeah, mainly those are what I've been doing on stream. But I played the Kirby demo, and I've been doing some Steam demos and Destiny and Horizon Forbidden West, things like that off stream.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what about you, Ryan?
Oh man, today was great. Had Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
Oh.
But do they have Wendy's in Canada, Rico?
They do, yeah. Wendy's.
They
so
do?
good.
Do you like Wendy's?
I love Wendy's.
You love Wendy's nuts hit your face?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Stephie, hello.
Hey, Stephie.
I knew that was coming.
As soon as I brought up Wendy's, Corey's like, "Oh, I know where this is going."
Oh man.
Oh man. The streams have been good. I finally, unlike last month, got Legends Arceus, so I have been playing it actually. And it's amazing.
Yes.
Is it good?
Oh, I
It's
love it.
pretty darn good.
I love a lot of the changes they've added, the additions. Comparing it to the last sort of spin-off they did with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I thought that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were great in isolation, but all the changes and additions they've done to Legends Arceus, I hope those become franchise mainstays. Aside from that, I started playing A Plague's Tale.
Oh.
I got that on Epic Games a few months ago for free. That game's awesome. Oh man, really good, really beautiful game. If you're afraid of rats, you'll really love it too. Yeah, 100% recommended if you're afraid of rats.
Man, I heard so many good things about the game, and I've been tempted to grab it, but I don't know. I don't know what's stopping me from grabbing it. But
I thought it was on PlayStation Now or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
There we go.
Yeah, it was for a while. I don't know, but I've been having fun with it. It's a really neat game.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I've just been playing Final Fantasy XIV because we rescued some people from Fiesta.
Yeah.
We dragged them over there. So we've just been hanging out with everyone there. Playing with a lot of people. And that's about it.
That was the whole idea of going back to Fiesta, wasn't it? Dragging the people to the real games. So yeah. You don't hear it? Turn up your volume then.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Gosh.
Let me see.
Turn it up loud enough, you'll be able to hear Chadley.
We saved them.
Not here? No, he's just that quiet.
You think all of a sudden he pops up? I hear what you're saying. Okay. Oh, is that better? No, honestly, that is that better? I had the I'm playing with the main control because unfortunately with YouTube I turn it down but it still sounds loud.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
Hopefully it works better. Oh man, so much hype stuff is happening this month. Lots of hype. Games on games on games, and we're not even done yet. We're only at the beginning of 2022 and there's so much coming out.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, lots of rumors too. Lots of rumors.
Oh boy.
Let me pull out the list here. Where are you, list?
We have a list. Oh man.
Oh no, I never sent it out. It's just I grabbed it from Corey.
This is he was prepared in a lot of ways.
I was ready for this. Okay.
But our topics were not one.
Actually, I wanted to talk because Corey mentioned it right at the beginning of the stream. You said you tried the demo for Kirby.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I need to know how is Kirby because now that they showed the second trailer, I was actually kind of impressed and I got really excited for Kirby.
I hated it. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, really?
Let me just say, I was already excited for Kirby, but I was kind of like, those mouthful modes look kind of silly and like not great silly, just like whatever and things like that. After playing the demo, I am incredibly hyped. And you know what? The whole mouthful mode thing, like I take back everything I said about that being dumb. Like, I mean, whoever came up with the idea for it, it's still kind of a dumb idea, but like in actual practice, it works really well. I really like it a lot. But yeah, it's realistically, it's definitely like Mario Odyssey, but Kirby.
Oh,
like it kind of has that vibe to it, you know. Like the levels are not, it's not full open world, at least not from the demo. But it's like you get these levels that you go to that are pretty open, but you still have to go kind of from point A to point B. In a sort of, and it's still a linear fashion, but you get kind of an open area to play around in.
Okay, so
some stages have like objectives and stuff. It's really neat. I really enjoyed it.
So exactly like almost Mario Odyssey, like you said.
Yeah,
You have a huge piece of land. Yeah, you have a huge piece of land. You can go anywhere because for that specific stage.
For that stage, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
very fun. I really, really enjoyed the demo. So definitely check it out if you haven't had a chance.
I'm gonna have to buy another Switch. My son took over mine, and
I know.
Right now, like
I keep seeing you log into Fortnite. Judging you,
right?
I know, that's all I ever see is Spanishdude is playing Fortnite.
I know. He's fallen in love with it. So.
Oh,
I know. No, it's not me though. I'm playing Elden Ring. It's okay.
You know what?
Elden Ring. I like it.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I'm playing Elden
we
Ring.
played Elden Ring this morning together, me and Amigo.
Yeah, together.
Yeah,
this is the first time I'm ever hearing of this game, actually.
Yeah, he's never heard of it. Definitely.
Yeah, like this is all new to me. I haven't heard of this.
Listen, it's not too hyped yet. It's not too hyped yet, but
it's a little indie game, isn't it?
It's a little indie game. Not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of. Excuse you, Rigo. Oh,
Stephie, you were awake and raiding on Final Fantasy this morning. Okay?
That's right. You want to play with Fiesta people. Now you forgot about us.
I played Monster Hunter with Corey yesterday, Stephie. It sounds like everyone's playing with Corey's the one playing with everyone.
Sounds to me like we've been replaced with Fiestonians.
Fiestonians.
Okay.
Quick! Before she has a chance to speak, cut her off, quick.
Pokemon
subject.
All right, Pokemon.
Oh,
Wow, what a shocker! Something we weren't. Okay, funny thing was, me, Ryan, and Corey were chatting about this on our podcast chat group, and we were saying, what are we gonna see? Ryan right away said, I think we're gonna see a sequel to.
Remake?
Gen 2 remake, but
Let's Go Johto.
Yeah, but style of Let's Go, and we were like, oh, okay, yeah, we can see this, because Ryan has saw the hints and stuff like that. All of a sudden, we watch the damn thing from Nintendo, and we get hit with a new Pokemon game. What is it? Scarlet and
Violet.
Violet. Yep.
I mean, what a honestly, I was not expecting that. Blew me out of the water because that I wasn't expecting. Right away, boom, guys, look, more games for you. How sexy. Right.
No, it's really crazy.
No, what were your thoughts? You being the Pokemon master, what are your thoughts on that?
When?
Honestly, were you just as surprised?
Oh, I was really surprised. I had a feeling that they were gonna throw out Gen 9 if Legends Arceus didn't do that well. That was going to be, they're like, okay, let's recoup the losses, here's Gen 9. Yeah. I guess that they just decided, well, Legends Arceus was a success, let's ride that hype wave and still go with Gen 9.
Yeah, jeez.
But it was amazing. I love the look of all the starters. They look fantastic. The memes coming out of them are great. Everyone wants the cat to stay on all fours. We're getting a chili pepper crocodile. I love that. That's an awesome starter. I don't care what anyone says. That's the winner of this bunch of starters, hands down.
I know. I've been seeing a lot on that crocodile.
And you know they modeled this other duck off of Chadley. It's even called Quaxley.
Oh yeah. Someone at Nintendo.
You know who they modeled that after.
Yeah, someone at Nintendo saw that news report on This is why Chadley's not here, by the way, guys. He's famous now, and he decided that I'm done. I'm done with TacoCast.
I told you guys, my uncle works at Nintendo. We've talked about this many times.
Yep.
He showed up on the news rail. Somebody was like, guys, this old man Chadley guy loves us so much. Let's put him in the game. Boom. Now we have a duck.
Oh yeah, that's how it happened. But no, it was a really cool lineup of things. Also, like, I want to really bring attention to what they added for Diamond and Pearl remakes, though, is the little Shaman event where you pick up a ticket, and you go meet Professor Oak, and you go find the mythical Pokemon. That is such a drastic departure from what they've been doing. That's how it used to be for mythical events, is you'd get this special item, you'd go off to this unique area, and you'd get to have the actual encounter with the legendary. Lately, the last few years, it's just been you go to GameStop, get the code, input the code, and some dude at the Pokemon Center is like, here you go, and just hands it to you. That's that.
Yeah.
But now it's like they're recreating an older event where it's more of an experience with it.
That's good.
And I thought that was really cool, and that should have some attention. If you do own one of the remakes and you haven't done that yet, you just have to get far enough to unlock the mystery gift, and then receive the mystery gift ticket. You don't have to get far enough. I'm not even far enough in the game to activate the event, but if you can just have the ticket, you'll hold on to it. Once you get far enough to access the event, you'll be able to. But that's only running until I think the 27th of this month.
I need to jump on this Pokemon stuff because the last one I played was obviously Sword and Shield, and I loved it. And I don't want to fall into that routine that I did when I was younger, where I never touched any of them up until never. And then Switch came out, and then I started playing them. So I really want to, I don't want to miss it. And I keep hearing so many good things about Diamond and Pearl. And then everybody talks about the Pokemon Legends. I mean, I'm missing out, man.
Yeah,
I'm falling behind.
Say, honestly, Rico, you could possibly even skip out Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Yeah, just do Violet and.
Go for Legends. I think that you should really play Legends Arceus just because it is so different and so cool.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Mr. Corey?
So I'm kind of torn. I think as an overall thing, it's pretty cool. It's really awesome that they announced it. It looks really good. It definitely looks like it's shaping up to be a good fusion of sort of like Sword and Shield and Arceus with its open world, and potentially maybe it's some of the changes that they've established in Arceus. So I'm really hoping that they. My first thought would have been, okay, they're gonna make these big drastic changes to Arceus, and then get the feedback, and then take that feedback and decide if they want to make these changes to Gen 9. But what it sounds like is somebody was very confident in their decisions with these changes for Arceus, and just went ahead and rolled with them for Gen 9, or for some of them anyway, at least, regardless of our input, right? Which could still be
had a great response from QA.
Yeah, it must have been something like that. And I mean, the fact is that the game is coming out in the next 6 months.
Yeah,
6 or 7 months. I mean, so we know that it's nearing completion. So whatever decisions they made, I just hope that they did take a lot of these changes and apply them to Gen 9. But anyways, what I was gonna say is I still think it's a little too soon to be announcing a whole new Pokemon game. A remake would have been, I think, one thing, but like a full-on new generation, it just feels a little too soon to me. Not that means I don't appreciate it coming out, and not that I won't buy it or anything, but it does feel like it's a little bit too soon, in my opinion.
Well, I think that's just the thing about it, though, is we did get kind of the remakes just last year, but at the same time, the last generation before then was Sword
Like
and
4
Shield
years
back
ago
in
or 3 years ago or
2019.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
No, I
didn't get
mean,
any. Yeah,
Actually, what I was
I don't know,
reading. So I don't see. Okay, Pokemon confuses me a lot, but here's one that I was reading just a couple minutes ago. Let me pull it up. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What is it called? Pokemon. Apparently, people were hoping that they would get like a Gen 2 of Pokemon Go for the mobile.
That's what Ryan was
Let's
saying.
go, Johto. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that before. So, and apparently people, that's what they want. But I
Well,
mean,
So,
that's
but it could still happen, and it could still happen soon because
100%.
those games are made by different teams.
That's the thing, right? So, you know, it kind of blows my mind how popular something, because it's such a simple game on the mobile, you know? And when I mean simple, I mean in the sense of the premise, right? You walk around, you find your Pokemon, you throw a thing, grab it. And it's so popular that people are like, hey, we want more from it now. Like, we want the next thing, best thing for it. And then, again, we get hit with another game, and people are freaking out about the game. That one of the worries that I was reading was that it's just going to be a copy and paste of what they have now, just obviously different models. And that's what their worry is, that there's not going to be anything different to say that it's a brand new game. But I don't know.
I think they can put those worries to rest.
yeah.
Gen 9 is absolutely going to be a departure from the norm, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's not 100%, but plenty of departure from the norm, absolutely.
There'll still be enough to keep it familiar, like for all the older fans, but enough new stuff to entice.
Didn't Nintendo already like confirm that Gen 9 is open world and everything?
I feel like they did.
Like somebody like they tweeted it out or something like that.
Open world. Pokemon MMO is finally here.
Well, I mean, official Pokemon MMO, right?
Official Pokemon MMO.
There's already a couple of Pokemon MMOs out there.
Yeah, the official one's going to be the Hail Mary. When they're like, we're done with the franchise, we're cashing out, that's when the MMO's coming.
Right, exactly. So yeah, they did confirm that it's a new open world title.
Yeah. Yeah, well, embark on an open world adventure in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, arriving late 2022. Welcome to the open world of Pokemon.
So no doubt it's going to be like somewhere around November.
There you go. There you go, Stephie. You got a new game you can play with your Festonians instead of us.
I don't think she will. I think she skipped on a Diamond and Pearl remakes. I don't think she'd get in on this one.
Any excuse to bring up the Festonians.
Yep. But I feel like, back to what we were saying about why it feels so soon, I think it's because Sword and Shield realistically had a massively long lifespan, thanks to the season pass.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, that season pass added a lot.
I'm not really thinking about it in terms of like Gen 8 to Gen 9. I'm thinking of it in terms of Gen 8, remake of Gen 1, you know, this. We for the last like 3 or 4 years, we've gotten a Pokemon game basically every year-ish, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that because again, like I even mentioned earlier, is that they're really made by different teams. It's not like the main Pokemon, you know, main game team is making all of these games and therefore it's got to be divided and it's going to be diluted and weak and this and that. No, it's not the case. But it just, when you look at the timeline of the Pokemon games we've been receiving, it just kind of feels soon. But when you look at it from the perspective of, we got Sword and Shield back in 2019. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's a good amount of time in between two like main generation games for sure.
Yeah. And we know for a fact Diamond and Pearl was definitely made by a very different group. Yeah, that's why it looks so different, and it's still a great game. But
for Legends, have they said they're gonna be doing like season passes and stuff like that?
They never said anything about a season pass, but they have already released a new update.
Daybreak.
Oh man, I wonder where they got the idea for that.
Yeah, you know, right? From some other popular title that's on Switch.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a popular title that we really need to get Rigo into. Yeah.
And Stephie and Red Coin.
Okay, Stephie never. Red Coin, we could probably, you know,
Rigo, we could definitely get into.
Show some butts for him, but Rigo, he's already dipped his toes in.
nice chilly water. Okay. Jeez. No, but no, I definitely want to try out Legends. I mean, the amount of people that celebrated it, it just gets me hyped itself. So I'm very excited. But yeah, Elden Ring has finally come out, and I think honestly this is like one of the first no, not the first games, I shouldn't say that, but one of the games that actually lived up to its hype. Like, the hype was real for that game, and it lives up to it very, very well, I in my opinion. And from someone who's a very veteran of Dark Souls games and Bloodborne games, oh man, this game is ridiculously hard. It hurts. My butt hurts so much from how hard I'm getting kicked by it. I'm you know, believe it or not, I'm still at the beginning technically. Right?
Yeah.
I would say it's about still the beginning.
We're pretty early on. We're pretty early on.
And I'm like, Corey, I need your help. I keep dying in the damn same spot over and over again. So Corey and me got to where I needed to go. You think we could beat the boss? He's such a jerk.
How many times did we fight that boss? At least like 10 times between us, and we lost every time.
Yeah. So,
but that's I mean, that's nothing. I mean, really, 10 times.
Yeah, but still, I mean, for normally, like for Dark Souls, I'll have trouble and I'm able to beat them by myself because I don't play other than with Louis, right? Not a lot of people have like the Dark Souls games that I knew. But with this one, Jesus Christ, it's beating me down, and I'm happy about that because with Dark Souls 3, I beat it quickly, and I felt like, oh, like what do I do now, right? So then you start making all these challenges and stuff, but like
no armor.
Yeah, now look, it's like, dang, this if I do a challenge with that game, never mind that, man. It's gonna be tough. Yeah,
one stat, no armor, Elden Ring.
There you go. Ryan, have you picked it up, or are you trying it at all?
Today is the first time actually hearing of this game. Honestly, like, you know, I haven't heard of this. What was it? Elden Ring. Yeah, I haven't heard of it until today, actually, when we brought it up for TacoCast.
Right now, at this moment, brand new.
I'm looking it up. Like, apparently, it looks like it's scored kind of poorly. I mean,
yeah, only like a 98 or something.
Yeah, I'm seeing like 98s. I'm seeing like 9s out of 10s on it. Like, I mean, I'm not really seeing why everyone even looks at
My
this.
My parents beat me whenever I got 99.
Dang, 99.
Better Elden Ring?
Do better Elden Ring.
But no, I honestly gotta say, I think it's great. I think it's so cool that a game has come out and has done this massively well.
Yeah.
At the same time, I do feel like it is kind of, to an extent, riding the same type of thing that Animal Crossing was on. You know, when Animal Crossing came out, we had so much going on in the world that a lot of people use that as an escape, and that's why Animal Crossing did so well. I feel like Elden Ring's also kind of in that same boat of everyone is just like, we're so sick of shit in the world right now. Elden Ring, that's a good escape. Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, it hurts, but you know, when you do get through those tough challenges in a game like that, it's rewarding, it's satisfying, you love it. That's the rush. You get that dopamine hit and you just keep wanting to go and keep progressing. Am I gonna get it? I don't know. Possibly someday.
We can all play together. You can play up to 4 players together.
Oh, well, in that case. I don't know.
Oh man, no. Honestly, it's a fun game. I definitely, like I said, my worry was because it was so overly hyped that it was gonna fall through the cracks in the sense of too similar to Dark Souls. And yes, it is similar because again, it's created with the same idea, but
it's the same people.
It's the same people.
It's for all intents and purposes a Dark Souls game that was just written by the guy who wrote Game of Thrones, right?
Exactly. Like his idea was to make an actual sequel to, I think it was Dark Souls 3, he said, right? Or was it Dark Souls 2? Dark Souls 3. Anyways, one of the two that he wanted to really make a sequel for. So it makes sense that it would stick to that lineage passage of Dark Souls.
Is the guy a Dark Souls player?
I don't know. You know what? Let's look it up quickly.
Well, all I know is he was only in charge of like writing the story. He didn't design the game or anything like that. He had no other. He just wrote the story and designed, I think, a lot of the enemies and all.
Yeah, one of the and again, they had his hands locked apparently too with how much he could actually write about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
it
now
was more like he wrote if they're planning to write a 10-chapter book, he was basically told to write the first chapter and they go back and expand on that for the rest of the book. That's kind of what happened. It's still like you can see all of his ideals and all of his influence in everything about the entire game.
But mostly they were just like milking his name for attention.
Yeah. They took his name and they took his his idea. You know, they wanted his creative juices, and then they just diluted his juices a little bit and spread them out amongst the whole game.
They sucked on those juices until they were dry.
But they made a good game that people enjoy the gameplay out of it.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
So he, as for him playing the games, he's never played the games. He knew Dark Souls because of YouTube, watching all the explained lineage of the game.
So he just got into the lore behind it.
He loved the lore. That's what he really enjoyed. So that's what he wanted to focus on. But he is making a TV show. He has rights to the game, apparently. I guess that's part of the contract. So he is making a TV show. He's writing the story on it, and it's gonna follow exactly what's going on with the game. So that's exciting.
We know how well the last one went.
How
well Game of Thrones ended.
So
listen, as long as he stops before season 8, we'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, Red Quinn's about to get his ass kicked. Hang on.
What?
He just sent me a meme and he said Monster Hunter Unite and Rise to the same game, and now I'm gonna go up to hunt him down real quick. Be right back.
That's pretty funny.
That's funny. Okay, let's see. Oh, Steam Deck. The Steam Deck was released.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there it is. I know, right? The Steam Deck was released, but if you're wondering, I did pre-order mine, but I haven't received, because what they're doing is they're releasing emails, and in this email you have 72 hours to respond or to click on the link to purchase yours, and then they send you the console after. I have yet to receive my email. I've been waiting for this email, and I'm very impatient right now. Overall, though, it's exciting. It's very exciting. I think it's going to be, from what I'm reading on the reviews and everything, everybody's talking about it like crazy. One of the things that caught my eye was actually they've been trying different things with the Steam Deck to see how far they can push it, and IGN actually plugged all this stuff in and streamed from the Steam Deck. Like they, yeah, and it worked. It was choppy as hell, but it worked. So that's pretty cool. What else did they do? They installed game. What's that game called? Epic Games Launcher. They were able to do that.
They must have installed Windows to do that, right? Because Epic Games is not supported on the build of on the actual native Steam OS that comes on it.
I have no idea what they did, to be honest.
I mean, there's installing Windows on it is a thing that has been said that we can do anyway, so that would be perfectly acceptable.
So what they did say was you have to keep this is what IGN was saying, because they were just playing with it. There's like 8 partitions for the Steam Deck OS and stuff, so you have to keep the OS. You can't delete it. Just put Windows and that's it. So then you switch between the two. So it's like it makes it it just makes it a little bit difficult in that sense. But I mean, they're just testing out the waters everywhere, and then one of them got banned from Destiny 2.
Yep.
Because it's not working.
What?
Okay, so I actually know about this one. This is so the folks at Bungie have already stated that that Destiny 2 is not supported. The Linux build of Destiny 2 is not supported on the Steam Deck because of the anti-cheat software. The anti-cheat software was not updated yet for the Steam Deck. It is now, but not they're not using that version, but there is an updated version anyways. And so what happened was people that are actually playing Destiny natively from the Steam Deck, natively from the Steam Deck are getting banned because what's happening is not because they're playing it, but because the only way that you can actually play it that way, like through Steam OS and everything, is by going around the anti-cheat software. Which means, technically speaking, you could be cheating and doing other things. So it's not that they're punishing you for doing it. They're punishing you for... They're not punishing you for playing the game. They're punishing you for disabling the anti-cheat. Which... It's hard to say, like, oh, I think that's a terrible idea, but there isn't really any good way around it either. There's a reason it's not, it's not supported. It's because of the anti-cheat. Anti-cheat is incredibly important. So all they can do at the moment is say, if you have disabled anti-cheat, then you cannot play. You have to be banned.
Yeah.
Fair's fair.
Is it the best way to do it? Not necessarily, but is there any other way to really do it? No, either.
Yep.
So beats the alternative of just letting people with cheats on run wild.
Yeah, that's it. And so you don't hear that. You don't see that in the clickbait titles. All you get is, players banned from playing, or Steam Deck players banned on Destiny 2 and stuff like that. And it's like, well, there's a huge reason why. Like,
yeah,
a big deal. Yeah, Nick, right. It's kind of like but like they're not being banned simply for playing Destiny on the Steam Deck. They're being banned because you shouldn't be able to play Destiny on the Steam Deck. Therefore, they've gone around the anti-cheat in order to do it.
Yeah, okay. So to answer the question, so it's a bunch of steps, but you basically can install the Epic Game Launcher on the Steam OS. You don't need Windows for it. The only pain in the butt is there's a lot of steps just to get the launcher to launch. But once it launches, you can install all the games and it'll run normal.
Except for Fortnite.
Good.
Right. So Fortnite actually, what's his face? Sweeney Todd. I mean, whatever his name is, the CEO guy of Epic. He has gone on the record saying that Fortnite is 100% not supported on the Steam Deck because anti-cheat.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, you know what? Y'all need to get y'all anti-cheat crap set right then.
No kidding. I mean, but it's the same thing like GOG. GOG was like 100%. There is no way they are not putting compatibility for Steam Deck. They want nothing to do with it. It's like, wow.
Now, all that means officially, like from an official standpoint, all that actually means is that they will not support official Linux builds of their software that are meant to run on the Steam Deck. If you run Windows or some other Linux build, like if there's a Linux build of a game, like you can run it on the Steam Deck. It's just not officially supported, and they won't guarantee that it's going to work. And they're not putting extra time and effort into making sure that it works. Windows builds will, work just fine and everything too, as long as you put Windows on the thing.
Here's the thing though, like I need to play my Witcher 3. Like that game's freaking epic, and how am I gonna play it now?
Well, Rico, now that you've mentioned it, you have started to play Monster Hunter World, and if you didn't know, there's actually a crossover event between The Witcher and Monster Hunter.
Oh boy, there it is.
So there you go, Rico. That's how you do it.
If you're, I know you can buy it off Steam, but I don't want to pay $60 for Witcher 3 when I have it already on GOG, right?
Well,
exactly.
I promise you that if you're considering buying it on Steam, you're gonna get the best price probably. Well, maybe next to GOG, but like Steam always has sales of that. Like if you're worried about paying full price, it's the Switch that you have to worry about.
Right?
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's been getting awesome reviews. Like people are praising the crap out of it. I mean, there's no reason. This is why I have a gripe with it, because there's no reason why people. First of all, they're calling it the Switch killer. This thing has nothing to do with the Switch. This thing has, yes, it's a console, quote unquote, but virtually it's a mini PC. That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what it's for. You can do a lot of things on there that you're doing on your PC, and it's a handheld. Let's go. So people are calling it the Switch killer. Well, it's two totally different things. First of all, And then I don't know why it's happening. I was talking to Corey about this. Why they're comparing, Nintendo stuff always to something that doesn't exist, that doesn't even likely go with Nintendo. For example, how they're saying Breath of the Wild and what's the Elden
Ring.
Yeah, like I don't know why they always do that. They always compare Nintendo. I know they're good, but always. So in this case, they were saying how it's the Switch killer, blah blah blah, and this is what Nintendo needs to do. But realistically, like, I mean, Nintendo, like we've always said from the beginning, Nintendo's in a different ball game. They're their own little thing.
Yeah, because
what are you talking about? Elden Ring is the same as Legend of Zelda. They're both fantasy games. You have swords, there's magic and monsters, and it's fantasy game, and they're both excellent. They're clearly the exact same, Rigo.
Of course.
Listen, when the Steam Deck sells 103.5 million units, and there aren't very many major problems with it, then we can talk about a potential Switch killer. Until then,
yeah, exactly.
They don't exist in the same bubble. They exist in two separate markets, right? I mean, they're both. The only thing they have in common is that they're both handheld, and that they both play video games.
Yeah,
that's realistically where they end as far as actual similarities, other than the obvious stuff like they both have buttons and crap. But I mean, realistically, the comparisons, they're totally different demographics. Yeah, most people, because to have a Steam Deck, you're probably going to be a person that's got an established Steam library, or else you probably would just go buy a Switch. Let's be real, right? It's not a guarantee. It's not have to. They're not mutually exclusive. But realistically, if you don't have a Switch and you're considering getting a Steam Deck, then you've probably got an established Steam library. And that's why you're buying this, because you don't have a Switch, or because you'd rather your Steam library. It's not a Switch killer, though. Yeah, and that's a good point, though, right there, Inu has. It's not really known at this point how long Valve will support the Steam Deck, because Valve has a really bad track record of all their hardware that they put out being not supported very well at all. I don't have all the numbers in front of me or anything like that to give you actual scientific, numbers, but the Steam controller was not supported very long. The Steam, it's not called the Steam TV, but whatever it's called.
Oh, that Steam box.
Yeah, I have that. I have one of those, and it wasn't supported very long either.
Yeah.
They both dropped down to $5 at the end of their life cycle through Steam. That's how I bought both of them. And actual Steam PCs, Steam boxes, that were literal PCs, but they just installed Steam OS on them and sold them with the Steam branding. Those might have existed for a year before people were like, wait, why are we buying these? Why are we buying a crippled PC? So that's actually a really good point there, is that potentially, we don't know if they're going to support them long term. I am willing to bet they're going to support it long term, and being that it's not going to be nearly as short lived as the other hardware that they've had, because this has real potential and real interest already built up, but again, they just have a really bad track record with their hardware, so I'm a little concerned, but I'm not so concerned that it would stop me from buying one for that reason.
Yeah.
But I could see, definitely it's not going to be a Switch killer for that kind of concept, for you worrying about longevity of it either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as of right now, I find it, I'm really interested. I'm excited for it, and it's exactly what I need it for. I have all this Steam library games. I mean, even if they stopped the support for it, but they just kept updating it,
as long as it works still.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm okay with that. I'm not looking for the best graphics. I'm just looking for a good way to play. And I'm just happy they announced that both the Windows version and the Steam version of Final Fantasy XIV works. That's all.
But the question is, Rico, are you gonna play either version?
I have to, man. I've been waiting to. I didn't want to take my lap. That's the issue. See, I take my big laptop.
I don't want to play Final Fantasy on the Steam Deck.
Oh man, but you know, Gabe says a lot of things, but he's saying it's super enjoyable on the Steam Deck. So I mean, I just want to have an easy way to play it. That's all.
Man, is that it for you, Rigo? Is that why you don't have yours yet? You're just waiting for Gabe to deliver yours to you?
That's what I want.
He's trying to book a trip to Canada.
I want him to come to my door and be like, "We would like to play."
No, then he's gonna pop. You can just invite him to the next TacoCast.
There you go. We got our inside guy now.
There it is.
This is Corey's uncle who works at Nintendo.
That's it.
Hey, I know. Hey, what's up, Jay? Exactly. Like Stephie sent me a link the other day. She's like, "Uh-oh," and they're already talking about number 2, Steam Deck 2. You know, working on Steam Deck 2. So again, what does that mean for the first Steam Deck? Like,
it's all gonna depend on how successful it is.
But how can it be successful?
Yeah, but you don't.
Like, we're all still waiting for our emails.
Exactly.
To get our first one. You know. Now, they did have an issue. People were making videos about drift. At first I was concerned, but I didn't want to report on it because like the next day it was literally an update issue. They did an update and it works fine again. You know. So I know people were reporting on it like quick times, and we're like, "Oh my god, you know, drift. Do we have another Switch issue on our hands?" But apparently it was just an issue with an update. They sent it out and nobody's having issues anymore.
You know these things have drift on them as well, right?
Do they? I don't know. Mine's been working fine since day one.
Mine works fine. Mine works fine. But here's the thing. What I was gonna say is we live in a world right now where we're in such a situation where quality is not always up to snuff for all these things, and people want to squeeze in the highest quality products for the lowest bang for your buck, right?
Yeah.
The highest bang for your buck, the lowest dollar amount for the highest quality things, and somewhere that slider is gonna get moved somewhere, right? Quality versus like the dollar value, and we're already in like a global shortage for technology parts.
Yeah.
And so it's bound to happen that not just the Switch has stuff that has drift on it, right? So we already know that there are PlayStation 5 controllers. There are some day one controllers that had drift and that had like messed up R2 buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
So when I saw that first article or that first video saying that there was drift on the Steam Deck, like as much as that sucks because it's not really like a replaceable or removable type thing, like I'm not that shocked if that's the case.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not good. That's not a good thing, but it's just I'm not that shocked about it.
Yeah,
it's bound to happen. But that's how it's going to kill the Switch. It's going to drift harder. It's going to drift faster.
Oh, that makes sense.
There it is. That's
why
it.
It's a Switch killer.
Of course, it all makes sense now.
The drift killer. Okay.
The drift killer. I mean, the only good thing that comes out of it is it's easier. Okay, hold on. I shouldn't say easier because it is all compact, but it is easier to be able to just order from what's it, Valve or whoever's creating those joysticks, and you can replace them. Valve is not gonna void your warranty for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the nice thing. But there it is, right? Now this is a little bit actually different from gaming itself, but it still has to do with, you know, the gaming world. And that's Nintendo Switch 2 was already confirmed. Done. Okay? It's confirmed. It's confirmed, guys.
For the 8th time.
For the 99. This is real though. Okay? this one's real.
Yeah, Corey's uncle confirmed it.
Yeah, definitely.
So here's
my uncle's on the phone right now, okay? Yeah, Switch 2 confirmed. Oh, yeah, Nvidia, they had that was it. Yep.
That's yep. Oh, did he mention Half-Life 3? Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 is going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
It's called the Nintendo Switch U 2.
The Switch
it's in collaboration with U2.
There you go. Okay, so here's what's happening. Some hacker dudes jumped in and took some stuff from Nvidia and basically got a lot of sensitive information. And on there is something, I remember what the code name is for it, but basically it shows an Nvidia chip, and all this information about it. So they took all that information and quote unquote made a big guess that it is the Switch 2. That confirms it. They're totally working on it and they're ready for it. I mean,
so here's my thoughts. Here's the thing. We all know, and it's been said before by the big companies, that we all know that the moment a next generation console releases, they're already like at least talking about the next generation after. So like Sony, for instance, released the PS5, you know, the moment that was already like out, they were talking about where do we take this to make PS6 or whatever. So that doesn't mean that it's immediately coming out, and that doesn't mean that it, you know, like that we shouldn't be surprised. However, we are 5 years into the Switch and it's like halfway through its life cycle or whatever. I think it's totally reasonable to think that a Switch 2 or whatever its successor is going to be is in the works in some way. Now, this could be 3D modeling for them to figure out how it's going to look. This could be, you know, images. This could be specs that they're talking with. It takes years for them to negotiate these deals with Nvidia and all them anyway, right? Yeah. So yeah, maybe they're working on a deal with Nvidia to get the next chip, you know, that they're going to be using for the Switch 2. And this could still be years before it's like fully ready, before they've designed the chip and gotten Nvidia's okay with it and all this other stuff. So like, it's not surprising, but to me that doesn't say, oh, we've been lied to and we're getting a Switch 2 next year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So I had to go back and research it. So basically what happened was in the leakage, it says they're showing something that's powered by DLSS, something that's going to use 4K experience, better and smoother gameplay with better graphics. And then it turns around and says NVN2. And because the Switch, I guess, was named NVN, they're automatically assuming that the NVN2 is Switch 2. So that confirms it. Done.
Confirms.
That is
coming out next week. My uncle told me.
That is why it's the Switch 2.
Yeah. But also, these things, the DLSS and all that 4K and everything, were also leaked at the last Nvidia leak.
Yeah.
Also, bonus. I read that the reason this hack occurred. Did you guys read up on anything about the reason this hack occurred? I don't know if this is totally true, but I read this article I read a title that said this, and I just thought it was really funny. Basically, somebody claims that the hackers are demanding that Nvidia uncripples their graphics cards that were crippled for crypto mining.
Is that why it's happening?
That's what I read, and I would totally believe that.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
And I was just like, wow, that's pretty funny. Like, what a world we live in where crypto mining has become such a big thing for people that when they try and make it so that, you know, the gaming market can actually get a hold of some of these GPUs and cripple the crypto mining aspect of them, they then get hacked in order to undo that. What a world!
Hey, I mean those crypto cards that they did make for crypto reasons, they're mad expensive. Like I think Linus said they can go up to $6,000-$7,000 per card. I'd rather, and I understand where they're coming from, because if I was crypto mining, I'd rather spend $1,200 versus $5,000.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
You know, so for $6,000, I can get like 3 cards versus 1 card. So.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it angers me because then that makes it hard for me. I've been waiting for like the longest time for a 3080 to come out, and now that they are in stores, they're like $4,000, man. Not legit, but you know, it went from $1,500 to $2,500.
And that's not even Canadian dollars. That's in real dollars.
Gosh.
I was gonna say that's like in imagination dollars.
$1 million for Rigo.
Yeah.
It's like $1 million for me, man.
This whole talk did get me thinking. I mean, I feel like the Switch 2 was teased a long time ago. In fact, alongside the release of the original Switch, even with this little game that I just remembered that had come out.
So he just sent us a picture of the 1-2 switch.
The Switch 2 was confirmed all the way back
That's
then.
amazing. That's yep. You figured
I
it
thought
out.
we wouldn't catch it, but we did.
We did. There it is, guys. You heard it first on the TacoCast. We confirmed it. Do with that information as you will.
Teaser for Switch 2.
Okay, so I have something totally tangentially related to gaming that I think that we should talk about. That I don't know if you guys even saw, but I saw it the other day and I thought it was really interesting that it happened.
Yeah.
Do you guys are any of you guys here familiar with the with that website Bandcamp?
No, I'm gonna.
You might go. No, okay. So it's a website where artists can sell where bands and stuff can sell their music, like indie bands and stuff. So like
Okay.
Darby.
Oh, okay.
He sells his band's music on that website. Curly's music that's where their music is.
Oh,
on
that's
Bandcamp.
right. Yes. See, okay.
Right.
Yes. They
Okay,
always announce
so
it. Yes.
It was a flapper. Yeah. So, there was something
Hey,
that
flapper.
happened a couple days ago, guys.
Hello.
Something epic.
Epic
Something
Games.
epic happened. Something epic. Epic Games acquired Bandcamp.
Oh. Really?
Yes. It was officially Bandcamp released a blog article that announced it too. It wasn't just like it's not just a rumor, like that's actually what happened. Yes.
Wow.
Can't believe we're
Now-
going to Curly and Fortnite.
Oh, right. Okay.
Hey, right? That's exactly what's gonna happen.
My first thought was, man, they're majority owned by Tencent Games, and they have like a really bad reputation for just doing shady stuff. But then I brought it up to Darby. I was like, hey, did you see this? And he's like, no. But he's like, it'd be really cool though if they use this opportunity to scout indie bands for like video games.
Ah.
That would
I was
be.
like, I don't know if that's where they were gonna go, but that would be really cool. Like that actually, that's really a potential thing that could happen at this point. So I just thought that was really something that maybe a lot of y'all didn't hear about that happened. That I think it's kind of big. That isn't gonna make the kind of news that it really should. I think. What happens at Bandcamp stays at Bandcamp.
Right there it is. There it is. Actually,
What we did at Bandcamp.
here's a little bit of news that has nothing to do with games, but it's interesting because myself, I'm very much into anime, especially like a lot of the old school animes, Dragon Ball and stuff like that. So I use Funimation to watch my Dragon Ball, to watch my
Is this
initial
a paid
Ds.
promotion?
What?
This is a paid promotion.
This is I was
Segue
gonna
to our sponsor.
I was trying to keep it a secret, but basically no, but Funimation is actually merging with Crunchyroll since Sony acquired them. So they're saying they're gonna put all their library into Crunchyroll. I mean, realistically, I don't know if that's gonna be true. I hope they do.
Yeah.
I really do, because that would be really cool. So that means if you have Funimation, you're now just gonna have to purchase one subscription because it's all going to Crunchyroll. So there's a little tidbit for you guys, especially those who like anime. There you go, right?
Yeah, I saw that a few months ago when that got announced.
I wish I had a
wait for
Funimation
Funimation.
shirt and a Funimation hat and a Funimation like little doll. So I'd be like, this was not sponsored.
You wish you had half the merch that Streamlabs sends Stephie.
I wish.
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
unfair, man. I sent them an email and I was like, how do I get merch from you? And they're like, you must be partner. What? But is there something you're not telling us, Stephie? She must be showing some ankle. That's what you're doing.
That's
you're,
it.
You're showing ankle, aren't
That's
you?
it. Truth comes out.
A funny roll.
Funny roll.
The truth comes out. You see, I knew it. Oh my
She's
goodness.
really happy about that. Yes, huh?
Popcorn is really
Popcorn's
good.
Popcorn's really good. Yeah, it is. Who here doesn't like popcorn?
True that. I'll make me some popcorn after this TacoCast.
Super villains. They don't like popcorn.
Well, they're rude.
They're super villains.
They're just the worst.
Oh man. Okay, so here's a little bit what's going on. Gran Turismo 7 was released. And
it was actually released. I didn't realize it got released already.
well, you know what I mean. It's coming out soon, like in the next couple of days.
Okay.
But anyways, what I wanted to say was the reviews were released, and it's scoring really good. People are really happy with it. There's just one problem now that appeared, and we were all kind of expecting it because Gran Turismo for the PS4 had them, which was microtransactions. But apparently, you could buy vehicles for like, $1, $3. But apparently, what they're reporting is these microtransactions for vehicles are costing $30 to $40 to $50 a piece. Yeah.
What?
And at first, I thought no, because I like to try find credible reviewers. Unfortunately, the guy I go to, who happens to be Review Tech USA, he hasn't been very credible lately because he's always making mistakes now because he rushes. But I went to SpawnWave, and SpawnWave says, yes, it is very true that they're costing $40 to $50 per transaction for one car.
Macro transactions.
So can I just say, first of all, that's terrible. That's horrible. But here's the other part of it. People will buy it.
Yes, they will.
That's the thing, yeah.
That's as much of the part of the problem. It's not, obviously, the developer should not do that. That's scummy, and it's going to take advantage of people. But if people wouldn't buy those things at that price either, then there's no way that would fly.
Yeah.
So it has to take, like, both parts of this transaction have to, like, step away from this.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, what the reviews are saying is you can get all the cars, even the ones that are special, you can get them in the game. This is just an easier way to get them faster.
Yeah, that's how these things work.
They're saying they should be.
But they're saying that that when you're playing career mode, regular mode, the amount of credits you can get to that amount of credits very quickly. Obviously, it'll be maybe it'll take you one day to buy it, and it'll take me a week to get it. But it's not so far off that it's not impossible. It's just almost one of those things where, you want to get it now, there you go, right?
And people will buy
So,
it.
like every mobile game ever with microtransactions, pretty much.
Basically, hey, I got ripped off with this mobile game. I'm playing a game called, what is it called? Merge Monsters. Okay? Super addictive, but they have so many ads. So one of those things came out, hey, buy the free ad, non-free, non-ad.
Yeah, $5, remove all the ads and crap.
Yeah, so I usually do it because I just want to play the bloody game. So I do it, I fucking still get ads. Pardon my French. I message them, and they refuse to answer, and I message. Finally, they answered me, and they said, oh, no, it's for like certain ads. You still have a couple of ads. If you want to remove all of them, it's $20. Get out of here. What? For certain ads? What did I remove then? Because it all looks the same to me.
No, well, okay. We could have an entire conversation on psychology here for this stuff, but with these mobile games, and not even just mobile games anymore, but it's actually there's psychological, like, full-on reasoning why they actually do things in these certain ways that, like, distract you or that trick you. I mean, explicitly trick you into, not realizing how things work and things like that. It's actually, and it's not even just in games. It's in the, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's very product, like, the pricing and marketing and stuff like that, it's all a psychological game targeting, how to trick us, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, look at the commercials you get for mobile games. They make them look so good, so amazing. You're like,
that.
I'm gonna try this game. There's one that I really want to play, but I know it's not what it is. It's called like Zombie Puzzle or something. And it looks really cool because it makes the people, you're seeing the video and they're running and you do the puzzles and you collect the weapon. And if you mess up, the zombies eat you. So I'm like, I'm going to download it. I know. My son got it.
Stick figure.
My son got it. And like, it's one puzzle, but then the rest of the time it's like team deathmatch with other players. But like, you build a fortress and you fight other players, but other players can kill you because it's pay to win. It is so bad. It has nothing to do with what they promised. And now they're getting content creators for those games because people are now realizing what they're saying is fake. And these content creators are like, hey, are you sick of fake commercials? Well, try this game and it does this, but you also do PvP while you're doing these missions. So if you want to win, you can pay to get awesome upgrades, but you don't need to because you can do it off it too. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I've like within the last month or so dropped a bunch of mobile games that did microtransactions, like capitalized off that stuff very recently, and oh my gosh, they are evil and vile and predatory, and I've found some really good content creators on YouTube who really delve into like the psychology behind it and talk about it. The one that first comes to my mind is Mr. Heartgrave. He's a good one to watch if you're curious about this kind of thing and delving into it.
I might have to. Just give me a sec, guys.
Yep.
At this moment, I just want to collect. You ever get
bored?
bored?
Rico's got to refresh his energy for the day. Or...
You guys ever get bored and have nothing to do? You should totally try this ad on my phone.
I thought he was going to go for Raid Shadow Legends.
I was like, I should have. I don't have that game.
Why? Do you have integrity?
Merge monsters, and it's totally awesome, and you only pay $4 for a quarter of the ads to disappear.
To remove like one of the 10 million ads.
I'm telling you, man, we live. Oh, it's gotten so bad.
That's why Elden Ring was such a success.
Yeah.
No microtransactions.
I do save some of the ads on TikTok. Oh my god! You know which ones I love is you see a commercial for a game, mobile game, right? And it's like one of those like puzzles where you match the colors, and then like a month later, the same commercial comes out with a guy standing there. Oh man, I messed up the swipe. Oh, I died. You're like, this commercial's been out for a month, buddy. You're not playing.
All of those games, all those ads, were like the people suck so bad. They're always
They're
failing
hilarious.
at the games.
They're hilarious. You just see like the guy with the square block like smashing it against the triangle hole, the square block over and over again. It's just great. And yeah, Stephie is right. There are some really funny ones out there. Oh my gosh.
I know.
What was the one, Stephie, with you like build this empire in China or something, and this girl's like, no, I am become the queen. It's so bad. It's hilarious.
I'm telling you, man, these ads. But I mean, and they pay money for these guys to come out on the ad, and there are like, I watched a video on some of these people, how they get these people to come up online. And a lot of these people are really, really small streamers. And they're like, I'll do anything for you to, I'll do anything. And they'll get them to do little ads like that, you know, to push them a little forward. But it's just so funny. Oh my God, these ads are like hilarious. Yes. And she wants 1,000 bitches.
Just 1,000?
That's it?
Have some real goals for once. Jeez, lady.
Well, there was one I watched. I was like, do you like Zelda? Well, you'll love this new mobile game. But it has nothing to do with Zelda.
No.
To be the leader of the palace harem, that's it.
Oh,
Nope,
man.
that's it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that microtransaction thing it's bad.
It's crazy. Wow.
It is.
Actually, speaking of streamers and whatnot, did you guys hear the shady stuff that PC building company did on
Oh
Twitch?
my gosh, yeah.
Artisan builds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so shady, man. Okay, so for those who don't know, basically they were on stream building a computer. They were doing a giveaway, and they were gonna give one to like all their what are they called? Not partners, but their ambassadors. And they were checking one of the girls out, and he's like, oh, 21,000 followers, which I mean that's crazy good on Twitch. And she's like, 21,000 followers. Oh, see, that's not enough for us, so we're not gonna be able to send you one. on stream, and then they started like mocking her about it.
Now this is the one that she's the one that won a contest, right?
She won a contest.
She won a contest where they were supposed to build her. Now this was supposed to be we build you a PC for free.
Yeah.
That was the winning. Like that's what she won. She didn't win. Oh, if you're popular enough, we'll give you some, a discount. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Keep going.
I want to make sure people understand that much because I am furious about this when I saw that. And then so basically the whole thing turned out like people came out of the woodworks and like these people are shady as hell all the time apparently.
Yeah.
Basically, if they don't find you popular enough, what they'll do is even if you win their giveaways, they'll just be like, oh, well, what I'll do is I'll give you $500 in credit on the store that you can put towards building a PC. And then of course you can't get a rig for $500 on their site.
No.
You have to get something, you're gonna get like a $2,000 rig. So now you're paying like $1,500 and yeah, you're getting a discount, but that's not what you won.
Exactly.
You won a free PC build and it turns out that like if you are not popular enough, they don't care. They will not honor that. And okay, so it's one thing to just not honor it, but like they're being really shady about it. And then they went on stream and were talking about it on stream and like dogging people for this stuff. And it's like, no, you made this commitment. You can either honor it or not for all I care. But like, you don't dog me for that just because I'm not popular enough. Just move on or something. But like, they're really shady and like dogging people and having all of these weird practices, and everybody's like, "Oh, Mr. Beast worked with them. Why doesn't he call them out?" And then people are like, "It's Mr. Beast. He didn't have any problems."
Yeah, no, exactly.
He's popular enough.
And here's the thing: like the main dude of the company goes on Twitter and he does this stupid, horrible sob, "I'm sorry."
The typical YouTube apology speech.
And here's the thing: he goes, "It's because it's part of our new rules. So I made the mistake." You didn't make the mistake. You purposely said it because you don't want to send it. It's like, it's part of our new rules, and I made the mistake of incorporating them into this contest when they weren't originally on the contest. It's like, what? What?
Well, you made the mistake. It's your rules.
So he's like, it then. Yeah, they're like, we're now going to send everybody who won their PC. It's like, oh, yeah, because everybody's hating on you. But people are because of that, they're pulling things out from them. Where's that?
Lots of people are pulling out.
Yeah, and apparently,
I don't normally support pulling out, but this is one instance in which I'm for it.
And apparently now they're under investigation, and turns out I guess they've been evading taxes and whatnot on top of all of this. So there you go, like very shady, and that's the problem. Yeah. When it comes down to being a content creator / streamer on these type of platforms, there are these companies that take advantage of little guys who just want to make it. So we'll accept anything, and then they'll pull shady things like this, and we're just like, oh, okay. And because we're so small, we think we don't have a voice. But sometimes good luck happens and things like this, and they get called out, and that's what should happen. I mean,
it all comes around eventually.
Exactly. It all comes. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, man. GTA 5.
Oh yeah, they finally announced that.
They finally announced that coming to the PS5 and Xbox Next Gen, and all the great features that. I mean, how many more times can they release?
Well, here's
GTA,
the thing,
man.
We already know they've already officially confirmed they're working on the next installment.
Yeah.
So they can only do this so many more times. So they're gonna do it. Let them milk it for a little while longer. Now, what I want to know, here's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember when the PS5 was announced, one of the things they announced kind of like alongside it or right after or whatever was that GTA 5 Online was going to be given free to PS Plus members who bought the PS5 early like this. Like we were probably going to get it, I mean, probably for a couple months or something like that, but like it was going to be a bonus for us.
Yeah.
Nothing has been mentioned about that anymore. It's simply GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online are going to be available on, or like the PS5 version or whatever is coming soon, and more information soon, as well as like how to transfer your story progress and stuff. They didn't bring anything about that. So I'm wondering if they're going to back up on that, if they're backing out of that, which is fine, but it's like, come on, don't do that.
Yeah, no,
Like I don't care personally because I'm not about to go do GTA Online, but it's not fine because if they lied about it, you know.
Oh man, like so many things. The gaming world is really up and down lately with how to cross for more money or how to rip people off or how to back out of promises. It's crazy. You know, it's gotten really crazy. Okay, so without getting into too much politics, I just want to kind of mention this. Everybody knows what's going on in the world. You know, it's ending. anyways, everybody knows what's going on in the world. It's very stressful times right now. But the tech industry basically is cutting all ties. Gaming industries, everything like that, is cutting ties with a certain country that's been doing something crazy these last couple of weeks. So that's actually really interesting because I know that in general, Canada and the States have cut production. We pulled off the shelves vodka from them, and we're no longer selling anything from them. I don't know how it is in the States too, but yeah,
we did too.
You did too, yeah. So then they turned around and the gaming industry said the same thing. We're pulling all games from there. No, and even a company requested that their developers get out of there and come back to the U.S. and they pay for everything. So then all their expenses and everything like that. So I mean, getting cereal, man.
Well, so I have some thoughts on this, and I'll keep it, you know, again, not so political or whatever necessarily, but like there for the actions of one, unfortunately, the people of the country are being punished. Now, some things make sense because you have to show the government, you have to cut them off. You have to cut certain things off, certain products and certain things like that would be contributing to the government's ability to continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
But there are certain things happening that don't make any sense. Like Rigo, maybe no, I think me and Chrissy were talking about it earlier. Disney Plus. There are certain movies that are coming off of Disney Plus and not getting put on Disney Plus in Russia because of this. And I'm like, please tell me how that does anything other than punish the people of the country.
Yeah.
The people who have literally nothing they have no involvement in this. They have no desire for this to happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of stuff I don't understand. Yes, I understand, like, certain job things and certain products. We want to cut ties with that so that we don't continue to support them by sending them, like, money and stuff. I understand. But Disney freaking Plus.
Hey, Disney Plus removed Anastasia, like, worldwide.
No, I know, but, like, they have, like, I saw announcements that they're, like, either they're making Disney Plus unavailable or, like, certain movies or whatever, and I'm just like, that's stupid. Anyways, yeah.
That's the big thing, is what Stephie just said. Yeah, they're being told it isn't even happening.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Well, listen, let's face it. They can be told it's not happening all they want, but the people are not that naive at this point.
Thankfully.
Yeah. They are not, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I am in Discord servers with people that, you know, are in that country, and there's okay. This actually has to do with gaming and whatnot directly. A streamer I know, I don't know, Rigo, you might know him. It's Robin, the Nerd Cave.
Oh yeah, I know. Yep.
He lives. He's Dutch. He lives, I think, either in Germany or like somewhere around that area, though. And his ISP like operates basically somewhat out of Russia or whatever, and now he's losing internet service because of it.
Oh jeez.
And I'm like, what? What? Like, no, that's stupid. But again, there's other things at play than just punishing him for that. But I mean, it's still like, but that just goes to show on a very broad level that this unfortunately affects everyone, not just those direct people involved. That affects people outside of the country. That affects people, you know, here and everything. So hopefully get us all resolved quickly and move along with our days.
Right? Just gotta keep moving along. Gotta keep on trekking. Oh man.
Keep swimming,
I'm trying. I know there's something else I want to talk about, but I can't. At this moment, I can't think of it. Oh, I remember the Capcom plagiarism thing. Did you hear about this?
What? No. What happened?
So basically, what happened was Capcom did this huge announcement, countdown, and people were excited for it. And the countdown finished, and it was like a 10-second
I know
trailer.
exactly what you're talking about now.
Oh, okay.
It was like a 10-second trailer of Street Fighter 6, and they showed the logo. Well,
the stupid logo,
the dumb logo, and it turns out that the logo was originally from I don't know if it was like one of those stock images or something.
It was like a stock, one of those images sites where you can buy images to use.
Yeah. So that's what that basically is happening. People noticed that. Wait a minute, and yeah, it's the same. The only thing they did was like change the curvature and little things like that.
It's one of those things where somebody will likely argue that it's just like coincidence, and I'll be like, no, it's not. Like, it could be, but it's not. Not when it's that close. Yeah, I saw that image. I know what you're talking about. When you put them side by side, they are nearly identical. And it's kind of nuts to think that, a company that I'm sure is a multi-billion-dollar company at this point purchased a stock image and then barely changed it.
Yeah.
You can hire an artist to make you a logo. Not to mention, that logo is terrible. So it's not like ugly necessarily. It's just very bland compared to all of the previous Street Fighter logos. It's very bland and just like it's simplistic. And maybe that's what the idea they wanted, but it's bad for the series. Like nobody wants that logo as for the series for 6.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'll actually show you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
What we're talking. If you haven't seen it yet. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So there it is. See, so it's very like. Come on, you're not gonna tell me.
Yeah. So on the right side is obviously the stock photo one.
Yeah.
And then on the left side is the thinned out border and the 6.
And the 6. Yep. Oh, and then
lazy and bland and.
Yep.
In a game that seems to be quite colorful.
You know what I get the idea of is like an iPhone image, like an icon on your phone that has like a I've got 3 emails.
Yeah.
Emails,
I got 6.
It's at the bottom, but I mean still like that's the kind of the idea I get. It's like, oh look, I've got 6 emails now.
I got 6 Street Fighters. I got 6.
And it's not Street Fighter's a colorful game.
Maybe they were going for that look. Maybe they were like, you know what, these people, the people who will play this, like millennials and stuff, and they're just always on their phones. Yeah. And they see these notifications, and we want to bring that home. We want them to think about this game when they look at their notifications on their phone. That's it. I solved it. I cracked the puzzle.
That's it. You know what? But it's not the first time. Like, I know when Resident Evil 8 came out, I guess there's an airplane monster. Well, I shouldn't say I guess. There is an airplane monster. And apparently it's coming from a show or a movie or something. And the guy is actually suing Capcom as we speak over it. And they're saying, no, it's not plagiarized. It's inspired by. That's what they're using there. It's inspired by.
Well, unfortunately, they're probably going to win.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
They're probably going to win. So, for something to be considered legally like plagiarized, right? Or like infringing upon, it has to be like a certain percentage the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that percentage is, but let's call it, it's got to be 60% the same as the original material, as the source material. And so if it was literally 59%, they'll win. That's how petty these things are. And they have to be, of course, they have to be petty like this, but like that's how these laws are. That's how they work. That's how you can see all these, like when I was younger, we had this festival at school, and we had these knockoff SpongeBob like bounce houses and all these things, and we were like, how do y'all even have these? Like, this company that rents them out, I'm like, how can you possibly? And he's like, haha, it's only like X% close enough, you know, they can't sue us.
59% there.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, well, you know, that's smart for you, I guess.
You guys don't know, I'm taking Corey to court for plagiarizing. Because I wear glasses, he wears glasses. I stream video games.
Oh, you know
he
what?
wears.
You're wearing headphones, and I'm wearing headphones. I'm taking you to court.
You're totally.
You know, I'm taking Corey to court. He's wearing a blue shirt. I'm wearing a blue shirt, and we're both speaking English.
Oh, I knew it, Corey. Why are you plagiarizing us?
I'm in trouble for plagiarizing everyone.
Right.
Are you? Wait, are you human? Because if you're human, that's it. Like, it's over.
My gosh, do you have skin?
Do you have skin?
About that.
Do you have skin? Oh man!
He just comes back as a skeleton.
Oh, that would have been funny. That I would have been dead. It would have been done.
I wish that I had something.
Yo.
Kind of like, I wish I was a VTuber right now.
Oh, man.
Now reveal your true lolly with pink hair character model.
Oh man.
No.
Okay. So this has nothing to do with games, but I'm excited for this because when I found this out, I celebrated because I'm so excited for this. Give me a second. Let me open it as so because this was announced and the same actors are gonna be in it. And I'm just so excited.
Oh, I know what you're getting at now.
I'm so excited.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know what to think though yet.
Hold on, let me see.
I'm hopeful.
Let me pull it up for heaven's sakes. Okay, that shows and this. There it is. Beetlejuice 2 was announced, and the same people are gonna be the same actors, and I'm so excited because honestly, the movie ended perfectly. It didn't need a sequel, but now I'm interested to know what's gonna happen. Like, this is exciting. I mean, for me, it's exciting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'm interested to see how it turns out.
I'll check it out. I have very low expectations of sequels like this nowadays.
Yeah, sequels that are many years later.
Yep.
And then they're also and you know what it is though? Ghostbusters 3.
Dude, Ghostbusters was really good.
Yeah, it was so well done, like hands down. Yeah. I cried at the end. Oh my god.
I mean,
but at the same time,
no, I'm kidding.
At the same time, though, we did get Afterlife after we got, the one from 2016.
Yeah, but that one doesn't exist.
Yeah, the one that we all pretend doesn't exist. Exactly. They had to make one so abysmally bad that we all refuse to acknowledge it as existing in order to get the good one that is Afterlife.
I don't even know what you're talking about. There's only 3.
No, he's talking about the female attack paranormal thingamajiggers. I couldn't think of anything. The females attack thingamajiggers. That movie.
Nice try, Rigo. You're getting canceled for doing that.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so that's coming out, and then for like the 80th millionth time, they're gonna relaunch the Ninja Turtles movie.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they just announced it. It's all gonna be CGI now. So I don't know. They haven't said if it was gonna be live action with CGI, but let me pull it up. TMNT.
Is Michael Bay involved?
No, he's not. It looks.
Just hope for it.
They're using the original faces that they used in the original movie. So you got that look down, but let me pull it up. Actually, the CGI looks pretty good if that's what it's gonna look like. Whatever. But yeah, let me pull it up now. Did it work? Yeah, there. So there it is. So it does. They look like them, at least.
They look just like the ones from from several years back. I mean,
that looks good. That does look good.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks fine.
So I mean, I want to be hyped for it, but I've been let down too many times that my poor little heart can't take it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But that means you can go into it with low expectations.
That's true.
Then you can be surprised. I was surprised with Cruella. I went into the movie Cruella with very, very low expectations, and the movie was honestly really good.
You know what? I haven't seen it, but I
is.
heard it was really good for. Yeah, I heard it was good for what it was.
Yeah, it's shocking. Like, not a lot of people went to see it, but everyone who saw it was fairly positive about it.
All 5 people.
Yes, all 5 of us.
Hey, but you know, again, sorry guys, we went from gaming to movies, but for example, Spider-Man, it did really good, right? Like, it did stupidly well done. And apparently, because people were so happy with the 3 Spider-Mans, they want to make another movie with all 3 of them in it again. So
that was great. Oh my gosh. And you know what? That isn't even the kind of thing that they have to stretch to do at this point now. Thanks to the multiverse.
No. Yeah,
thanks to the inclusion of the multiverse, the way they did it, it wasn't some kind of like cheap, tactic, some kind of weird trick to make us, laugh at them doing that or whatever. No, like they did it really well to where that could definitely happen, and like it wouldn't be a stretch to make it happen again.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'd be cool. I'd be happy with that.
There you go. That's the gaming / movie news. Is there anything else you guys want to point out? Because right now I can't even think of anything else that's being hyped up right now.
Stranger of Paradise. Stranger of Paradise, y'all. I am super hyped for that game. It comes out this month as well.
Elden Ring's prepping you for it.
It's supposedly okay. So from what people are saying, and I don't know how people really would know this, but from what people say, because it's a Team Ninja game, right? So it's the same people who made Neo 1 and 2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I understand from what people are saying, like on Reddit and stuff, and again, don't know how they would know this, but supposedly it's basically Neo, but skinned with the Final Fantasy stuff and all. And so, like, the Neo games are, according to some people, are, of course, Souls games, but, like, different and, like, easier than Souls games, because it's just, that's not their thing, right? They're not trying to be a Souls game exactly. So I'm pretty excited for that. After playing the demos, like, that game has me really hyped. And also, Rune Factory 5 comes out this month as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another one I'm really excited for. If you guys enjoy, I'm gonna give the comparison, the original comparison, even though many people might not even know the original comparison. But if you guys enjoyed Harvest Moon, Rune Factory is a spin-off of one of the Harvest Moon games way back in the day, and then it became its own thing. It's Harvest Moon but with more combat focus. Mm-hmm. Or for today's generations, it's Stardew Valley but with more combat. So I'm really excited for that one too. Oh, Stephie has a topic.
Steffi has a topic.
I can't believe you didn't bring up Chocobo GP.
She wants us to talk about her, so let's talk about Steffi.
But like not super stoked necessarily.
Oh man.
What you got, Steffi? Tell us.
Okay, the thought on.
One game that had content deleted for PS5, 4 or 5 years.
Oh, she's talking
Martha's
about.
dead.
Yeah, Martha is dead.
Oh, that. Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
I had to look up what scene it was.
Or no, was it like slitting somebody's throat up in your face or something like that?
Yeah, you're slitting. So your sister's dead in the game, Martha. She dies, and in the game you have to pretend you're her for your mom's sake, because your mom loves Martha more than you. So what does the sister do?
Oh.
She chops the face off and you peel it like it's a mini game. You peel it off her face. Yeah, and then you put it on, and that's the whole disturbing part.
That is a game you will not have me purchasing.
It's a game I will be purchasing. I'm just I heard it was like a 4 or 5 hour game, and I don't feel like dropping $30 on a game that's gonna be
4 or 5 hours
less than 5 hours long. So I'll wait till it goes on sale, but I'm definitely interested in it.
But here's the thing. Okay, my question is, did they say if it was censored in the north, or is it like in other countries that's censored? Like, is the States and Canada affected by that?
I think so.
I'm gonna have to look it up now. Let's see.
No doubt it is in Australia.
Everything's upside down over there anyway.
Yeah.
Quite odd that's being censored when we have other games. This is brutal. Okay. I don't think that's actually accurate, though. I don't think saying that we have games just as brutal. It's not about brutality. It's about the actual nature and like sort of like the point of view and whatnot.
Okay, so only PlayStation is censored. So everybody who has a PlayStation who bought it on there, it's gonna be censored. But if you have Xbox or PC, it's not censored.
So I need to get it on PC. Got it.
Gotta get it on PC. We gotta watch face peeling.
Like, I don't know any game that does something quite like that.
That's what I'm wondering. It's like I want to. Yeah, I'm like, name another game that does anything quite like that.
Yeah, it's one thing that like you cut off somebody's head like with a quick sword and their head just kind of goes flying off or whatever. But like, imagine if you literally like walk up to the person with some kind of weapon and like as a character you know in first person view you're just like cutting their throat or something crazy like that. Like that's not the kind of stuff that you do, you know, in a video game usually. They like imply it, or there's a sort of
There's always normally it's like always a video or cutscene that it's doing it too. So you're never actually playing it. But here's my gripe with it too though, because Stephie was just mentioning Outlast. The game that you actually have to do something like that where you torture yourself is the Saw games. The Saw games, you do that. You put a knife against your eye and you push A to cut yourself and you slide the control. You do a lot of that.
But again, do you see that, or do you do it to your character, you know, and you're in a first person view and you don't really see it, you just know that you're cutting yourself.
That's what I was gonna
So for example, I know for some of them it's just first person and you kind of hear the noises, and then there's some of them where there's a mirror in front of you and you have, like, for the eye gouging one, there's a mirror in front of you and you do it in the mirror, right?
But you also have to consider how old are these Saw games that you're talking about.
I know.
They're like on the PS2, so graphics nowadays way more advanced, way more.
Oh, for sure. No, I agree.
I'd
100%.
say the closest thing to what we're talking about is honestly a very famous scene from Dead Space 2, the needle in the eye scene.
Yeah.
Where if you mess that scene up, it is it's why it's so famous. Because it's so brutal to watch. But yeah, it is a good question of why now and why only Sony. Yeah.
The reason is because
true, though.
somebody said so at Sony. That's all it is. And the reason it's not happening for Microsoft stuff is because Microsoft now has a leg up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because when everybody's talking about this big censorship issue, it's not a censorship issue. It's freaking gross, and it doesn't need to be in our freaking games. But anyways, that's aside. But everybody's talking about this big censorship issue. Microsoft doesn't have to deal with that. Sony does. That's a win for Microsoft, technically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, like, honestly, I would have been interested to see that's why I watched the video, right? I wanted to see what it was all about, what the censorship. But I'm like, do I really want to play a game where I got to cut my sister's face and remove it? And it's not something small, like, I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know.
It's a first person, highly graphically defined, just not a quick clean cutscene. It's just a process that you go through.
Here's the thing, like, even now I Twitch. I have I have Mortal Kombat 11, and some of the fatalities are so brutal, and like I Twitch and I go, oh wow, that's nasty.
Yeah,
right.
There are people on the Mortal Kombat team who are currently, right now, I was just watching a video about disturbing game content a few days ago, that have PTSD from the Mortal Kombat fatalities in 11 that they had to develop and devise.
Yeah, like it's really bad. So again, we come down to the whole thing. Do I really want to do the face removal myself? No, thank you. I mean, that's just me, though. That's just me. Anyways, guys. Oh, man. Well, what time is it? It's 10. Okay. I have to go to work still because I have somebody called in sick at one of my shops, but it's only an hour long of work, so I'll be back soon. I'm actually debating. I was thinking of streaming later tonight. Hopefully, I haven't done that in forever, so I actually kind of want to stream. So
stream some Elden Ring.
The thing is,
I have to go to bed early.
I have to go to bed, but we'll see. Anyways, but guys, Corey and Ryan, thank you again for taking time from your busy schedules, always trying to come up here and enjoy our talks. It was fun. I really enjoyed
Great.
this TacoCast. I don't know about you guys, but like, here's the thing. When you have the right group of people, it just flows so much easier.
It does. Hopefully you can find that someday.
I feel like Chadley just got called out by you saying that when he's not here.
Oh, Chadley.
What are you talking about? I said it earlier. Chadley's been here the whole time.
Chadley is super famous now. He doesn't have time for us.
No, it's like I said, Chadley, he's been here the whole time. He's just been really quiet.
Yep. No, here's the thing. Chadley, guys, he's super busy with his kids. His son is like he plays bowling, and he's been killing it, like championships and like it's been crazy.
I think he said it's been like 3 straight days of tournaments.
Yeah, three straight days of tournaments, and they're not like just in the neighborhood. Like he travels far, 3-6 hours, you know, one way. So never mind coming back and having to do that. Oh man, I'd be so dead.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want Chadley back, tell his son to be less good at bowling.
That's right. Tell his son to stop participating.
Stop suffering from success.
Yeah, exactly. You're ruining TacoCast.
Sadly, suffering from success.
Yep. So yeah,
I want that image now of the album cover, but just put Chadley on there with the suffering from success image. That's gonna be beautiful.
Right? Oh man, that's funny. Anyways, guys, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all the Taco team and all of you guys for joining us like always. I super appreciate it. This went by really quickly actually, because I could have swore we just started. All right, my friends, thank you all for joining. I super appreciate it. Take care, have a good one, and don't forget the most important thing in the whole wide world, come to my live stream. I'm super famous. Take care, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
What? What? Because I haven't taken the garbage out.
Take out the garbage.